This video will provide a high-level overview of coding the original estimate. By the end of this video, you will be able to identify the coded estimate process, recognize how cost codes are structured, and utilize EllisDon's best practices on coding the estimate. The coded estimate is the original estimate broken down into cost codes and the amount within each cost code that stems from the original estimate. Let's review the series of events that have to occur in order to use the costing module effectively. The official prime contract is received and the project manager of record fills out the NOCA form. Costing creates the project database based on the contract award, and the project team can then begin the process of reviewing, coding, and finalizing the coded estimate. For more information on steps 1 and 2, refer to the overview of the Gate 3 project creation and costing setup process video. Let's run through the steps of the coded estimate process. Step 1, the original estimate is put together by estimating. Step 2, the handover of the original estimate is delivered to the project manager. Step 3, the project team reviews and finalizes the coded estimate. And Step 4, costing audits the coded estimate that was submitted by the project team. Once the audit is finalized, costing uploads the coded estimate into Gate 3. This completes the coded estimate process. When a project is awarded, the estimating team has already produced the original estimate. The original estimate is then handed over to the project team. At this point, estimating and the project team get together to review the handover package. The project handover package is a transfer of knowledge about all the relevant aspects of a new project from the estimating team to the project execution. What's included in the handover package will depend on the project and the amount of information that the project team may require to effectively complete the project. Refer to the project handover execution plan document found in the Gate 3 Best Practices library for more information. Here is an example of an estimate summary. A project manager may decide to code differently from the original estimate based on the requirements of the project. An example of this can be where the project team needs to track an item separately, as they may require approval from the client to use the funds on a specific item. If you would like more information on coding an estimate, reach out to your cost accountant or reach out to a project manager who's had prior experience with a similar type of project. Cost account types need to be thought through when coding the estimate. The available cost codes are labor, material, subcontracted, and other. The same cost codes can be used multiple times with the different cost account types. Typically, the estimators assign cost account types when they're preparing the estimate. The project team can then decide to change the cost code types as they code it. Keep in mind that subcontract cost account types are to be used specifically for subcontractors performing the work via subcontract. Material cost account type is to be used for preferred vendor and purchases, labor for EllisDon staff and hourly employee related cost, and other for allowances and contingency values. If you would like to use different codes to track items that the system would only have one code for on your job, you have the ability to use the same cost code and cost type as long as you further break it down by phase and/or location. Refer to the standard list of cost codes when coding the estimate. The EllisDon standard list of cost codes can be found in the Best Practices module within Gate 3. To search for the EllisDon standard list of codes, click on Go to All Documents. Search for the document by name using the search bar. Once you have located the document, click on the ellipses to view or download the file. This document contains a list of all the available EllisDon standard list of cost codes. EllisDon uses the 2004 Master Format specifications for construction list of codes. Once the project team has coded the estimate, costing proceeds to review, verify, and finalize the coded estimate using the standard list of cost codes as verification and uploads the cost codes into the project database. Let's review the coded estimate process. The original estimate is completed by estimating. The handover of the original estimate is delivered to the project manager. The project team reviews and finalizes the coded estimate, and costing audits the coded estimate that was submitted by the project team. Once the audit is finalized, costing uploads the coded estimate into Gate 3. Here are some of the best practices on coding the original estimate. Keep the original estimate intact. Scopes can be combined, descriptions can be changed, but values cannot. Keep subcontracts to one subcontracted code. This helps avoid confusion when the subcontracting department pays the sub. As subcontracts are being issued, we do recommend that you reach out to your cost accountant to update the cost code description by adding the subcontractor's name. This will be helpful for tracking purposes later on. Bid profit contractual fee must be allocated to the 980000 cost code and is managed outside of the cost report. Coded estimate must equal contract value. Piecemeals will not be accepted. The project manager is required to send the original PDF of the coded estimate to costing along with an optional Excel file for validation purposes. There are resources you can use while working through the coded estimate. These documents are available in the Best Practices Library in Gate 3. Let's take a look at the Accounting Guidelines document. You can use the applicable guidelines document type filter or enter the document name to search for the Accounting Guidelines document. Click on the ellipses to view or download a PDF file of the Accounting Guidelines document. It is recommended to read the accounting guidelines and become familiar with the accounting terms used at EllisDon. Refer to the EllisDon standard list of cost codes as a guideline when coding the estimate. Download the Excel file from the Gate 3 Best Practices Library. The EllisDon list of standard cost codes is a helpful guideline as the project manager works through the coded estimate to present to costing. As a reminder, you cannot pick cost codes that do not exist on the list. For further information, reach out to your cost accountant. The Project Handover Execution Plan guide sets the objective of the project handover and project execution. The document provides an outline of items to be discussed, such as required participants, responsibilities, meeting checklists, and logistics, just to mention a few. Download or view the file from the Gate 3 Best Practices Library. It is also recommended to read through this document and become familiar of the expectation at the Handover and Project Execution Plan meeting. Keep an eye out for the supplementary material, which is also available within the costing course in our learning management system, the LMS. In this video, we have reviewed the workflow of coding the original estimate and the setup process of codes in Gate 3. We have explored the Best Practices Library and guidelines on coding the original estimate, and we have outlined the available reference materials and where to find them. This concludes the video. If you have any questions or require any assistance, please contact either your cost accountant or the costing department. Thank you for watching.